Nairobi, a city of stark contrasts, where luxury coexists with abject poverty. This vibrant metropolis is home to over 46,000 souls with no place to call their own. They find refuge in the shadows of the city's towering structures, their homes hidden beneath the Nairobi Expressway. These makeshift shelters, born of necessity, stand on public land, a fact that has not escaped the keen eyes of the government. In a bid to reclaim what's theirs, they've taken action. But what happens when the government's plans clash with the survival instincts of its citizens? In the early morning hours, authorities descended on the Westlands region, their mission clear: to demolish the illegal structures under the Nairobi Expressway. The day had barely begun, yet the hum of activity was palpable, the air thick with anticipation. The police arrived, their presence an unmistakable sign of the impending operation. With a steady, unyielding resolve, the demolition process commenced. Structures once standing tall, now reduced to rubble. The sound of crashing walls echoed through the otherwise silent morning, a stark reminder of the authorities' determination to reclaim public land. This operation, while necessary, was not without its consequences. The usual rhythm of the city was disrupted as the demolition caused heavy traffic congestion. The once smooth-flowing arteries of Nairobi were now clogged, the city's pulse slowing under the weight of this necessary disruption. As the dust settled, the extent of the operation became apparent. Behind the statistics and the rubble, there were real lives affected. In the shadow of the Nairobi Expressway, makeshift homes were more than just illegal structures. They were the last refuge for thousands of homeless individuals. The demolition didn't just erase these structures, it erased a sense of home, a sense of place, and a sense of safety for these citizens. Imagine the struggle of living with the constant threat of homelessness, a reality that over 46,000 Kenyans endure daily. Nairobi, a city of prosperity and progress, also carries the weight of the highest number of homeless individuals in the country. A stark contrast indeed. But what leads to such a situation? For many, it's a dance with unemployment and poverty, a dance that leaves them on the fringes of society. Joblessness and destitution are not choices people make. They are outcomes of systemic issues that force individuals into these desperate living conditions. These structures, as unsophisticated as they were, provided some respite from the harsh realities of life on the streets. They were a testament to human resilience in the face of adversity, a symbol of the struggle for survival. When we talk about the demolition, let's not forget the human element. The structures were more than just an eyesore under the expressway. They were homes, they were shelters, they were the last line of defense against the harsh world for some of Nairobi's most vulnerable citizens. The demolition was not just about structures, it was about people's lives. With the structures gone, the question remains, what next for the displaced inhabitants? The government's response to this pressing issue is forthcoming. But the heart of the matter is not just about shelter. It's about comprehensive solutions to homelessness, unemployment, and poverty. It's no secret that Nairobi houses the highest number of homeless individuals in Kenya. Over 46,000 souls call the streets their home. This unsettling reality is a reflection of the systemic issues plaguing our society. Unemployment and poverty are not just statistics. They are real-world challenges that create a vicious cycle, trapping countless individuals in a life they didn't choose. The Nairobi governor has plans in motion to address the issue of street families in the central business district. But we must ask, is this enough? Can we stop at providing basic amenities? Or should we aim higher, striving for a future where every Kenyan has access to opportunities that empower them to rise above their circumstances? The government's efforts to reclaim public land encroached upon by citizens is necessary. However, the human element of this equation cannot be ignored. When structures are razed, it's not just the physical edifices that crumble, but also the lives that were built around them. How do we ensure that in our quest for progress, we do not leave behind the very people we aim to uplift? Addressing homelessness, unemployment, and poverty requires a multi-pronged approach. It calls for policies that promote economic growth, job creation, and affordable housing. It requires social programs that offer support to those who need it the most. And above all, it demands a commitment to ensure that every Kenyan, regardless of their socio-economic status, is treated with dignity and respect. The demolition beneath the Nairobi Expressway is a stark reminder of the challenges we face, but it is also a call to action, a call to create a city that is not just physically beautiful but also socially just, a city that is not defined by its skyscrapers but by its people. As Nairobi moves forward, it must not forget its most vulnerable citizens.